Today on Singles Court, Tina's micro wardrobe is stress testing her relationship.
Covers everything? Yeah, that barely covers a nipple.
The exposure is too much for Elroy. He wants her to let go the hoe clothes and cover up.
I am proud of the body I have now.
You look great.
And thank you. I look great.
But that's for me.
And Sheena's tattling has ruined Haley's relationships.
Sheena called him and told him that he was not the father of my baby.
Secrets, lies, and gossip have made their friendship history.
She did this because she had ulterior motives. She was not a friend of mine. She betrayed me. And she has always wanted Randy for herself. And I know this now for a fact. You've always been in love with me.
Hi, and welcome to Singles Court. Today we have two singles who have a very messy relationship problem. Who better to help them than a woman who is an author, a lecturer, and she even owned and ran her own dating service. She's relationship expert Angela Segal.
Boy, I tell you, your introductions, they get better and better.
They are?
You know what I'm working on, David? I'm working on a National Singles Day. So we're putting together this big petition, so look out for that.
National Singles Day.
National Singles Day.
Very nice.
Can you think of a better day to meet people?
No.
Okay.
So that's the whole idea. Everyone just mingles and match and mingle kind of thing?
That's right.
Excellent
Why not?
idea.
No boundaries. You know me.
No, I know you. No boundaries. Okay, today we have Tina and Elroy, who are engaged to be married. Now, Elroy doesn't like the way Tina dresses outside of work. He doesn't think she should be advertising parts of herself that should be for his eyes only. Tina strongly disagrees. I call it the case of show and tell, or quit giving away what I'm paying for. Oh, there you go.
Well, Elroy, you seem to have very strict ideas of what you think your girlfriend should be wearing, so tell me about them.
Well, I wouldn't say it's strict, but...
Okay, which word would you rather have me use? Loose?
Well, I'll tell you.
Possessive.
No, listen.
Yeah.
I met Tina at the bank where I do my banking, and, you know...
She was working.
She was working, and I thought she was very attractive, and I would stand in the lineup for hours just waiting to get served by her, and I wanted to ask her out, and I did, and, you know, she dresses really conservatively at the bank, and when she showed up for our date, man, she was wearing this dress, the skimpy little straps, and the cleavage like down to here.
I had a bra on underneath, actually. It was not that low
bra?
cut.
Where was the bra? Where were you hiding that bra? I didn't see a bra.
The bra was there.
Okay, the point is, so she showed up dressed in that, and what did you do? Kick her out?
No. I was embarrassed. It was embarrassing. I was in this restaurant. Everyone was looking at us. Every diner turned their head when they saw you walk in.
Because I looked good, Elroy, okay?
Because you looked, well, I don't even want to say how you looked, but...
So what did you do? This is the first date. You met her at the bank. You liked her at the bank. So now you see her in the clothes she would wear on her own. What did you do?
I didn't really do anything. I just kind of kept it in.
You know what the problem is?
Okay.
I
couldn't pry the waiter's bloody eyes off her dress.
So you get, through all the turmoil you get through that first date, as horrible as it was to look at her, you made yourself do it. Then what happened?
Okay, well...
Because you're still dating, so obviously something continued.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Okay.
No, I mean, I want to hear this, because you're complaining about it, but yet, from the very beginning, you said the first date, that's how she was dressed.
Yeah.
Question, third time, what did you do?
He did nothing, actually. He probably enjoyed it quite a lot. It's just, you know what? He's jealous. He's possessive. He's used to the way I dress at work, you know? I work in a bank.
I'm not possessive.
I have to dress conservatively, okay? I wear suits. I wear power suits. I like to have a little fun when I go out. You're a woman. You understand, you know? You like to spice things up a little.
A man doesn't want to have other men checking out his mama.
You should be proud.
You were dressed like a hoochie mama.
His mama? Okay,
Wait,
like
his mama, I'm a little confused about.
You know what? Like, I lost a lot of weight recently, okay? I am proud of the body I have now. You know?
Look great.
And thank you. I look great.
But that's for me.
But it's for me too, you know? I look good. And I think that I have the right to dress how I want.
Let's talk about how serious this situation is, because obviously you all are at at the crossroads in terms of the way she
He's
dresses.
asked me to marry him, you know? I mean...
It gets better. It gets better.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You
I
promise?
invited her to our family picnic, and I made the mistake of saying it was casual.
Mistake. Now, how long had you been dating before you asked her to come to this picnic?
3 months.
Okay, so in 3 months you've seen each other several other times in several other outfits you haven't liked. So somewhere along the way you said, oh, by the way, it's casual. What did you think she was going to wear? Without even knowing what you're going to say. But go
I don't
ahead.
know, a
And it was a
summery
hot day in
floral
August.
dress,
Yeah.
you know, something pretty. I don't know.
Okay, humor me. So what happened?
Well, she shows up wearing these jean cutoffs with her ass hanging out and this halter.
These jean cutoffs, you know?
Yeah.
I had a bikini brief on underneath, you know. So my butt would not hang out, okay?
Okay, you know what? My grandmother almost had a heart attack. I have an uncle that's a reverend. Like, how did that look?
You know, I guess I'm missing the part.
There are kids running around.
But see, I'm missing the part here that's the big surprise to you. Because, see, I only listened to 2 minutes of your story, and I could have told you if you told her it was casual, that's what she was wearing. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm missing the part where the big surprise comes in. I know you want me to go, but I'm still not surprised. Because you knew that from the very first time you went out to
Yeah, but
No
there's got to be
one complained, okay?
reasonable.
No one said anything to me.
Show her the halter top.
Show me the halter
It was
top.
a hot day, okay? It was a hot day. And this covers everything, okay? Like, I know it looks a little...
How?
Oh,
but you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it does,
That
it does.
covers everything? Yeah, how...
It crosses,
that barely covers a nipple.
It does. And look at the way he acts right now. I mean, this is ridiculous. He's possessive, okay? I just can't get over him.
Let's talk about the relationship, because that's why you're here. I'm not a wardrobe consultant. Elroy, do you understand that she's always been this way? Explain to me what type of compromise you want her to make in terms of her wardrobe, which is not a surprise to you because it's always been that way.
Maybe meet me halfway.
What would that be? Not really possible, is it?
You know,
how do you go halfway from damn near naked to where you want her to be?
Damn near naked? I'm sorry. These are clothes
Maybe
that I like.
More cover up.
Really? Like, okay. Do you hear what he's saying, Tina?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. It's not. I mean, it's not surprising.
I think there's more problems than this underneath. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Like, I have never brought something up with you. Okay. But something happened on that day.
What day?
On the day at this picnic that is so like all important to him that he's so upset about. Okay. You know, I was washing dishes after the picnic. Everyone's outside enjoying themselves.
But when you dress like that,
okay. Listen to me.
You show disrespect for my family when you dress like that.
This sounds important.
I was in there, okay, and I was washing up. I'm trying to make a good impression.
In where?
In the kitchen, in the house, okay? And
this
everyone's
is
outside.
at the picnic.
This is at the picnic, okay? And Elroy's dad, he came in. He got a beer, okay? And he came up behind me, and he grabbed my ass.
Ooh.
Okay?
Oh, come on.
And you know what? That is really disrespectful. And to top it all off,
is this the same dad that didn't like her outfit?
No, his mom came in. She saw it, okay? So that's why. This is what all this conflict is about. You know, it's not about what I was wearing. It's probably the fact his mom, you know, she saw this. She's not happy.
She saw her husband grabbing
my ass.
Well,
you know, I'm a younger, beautiful woman.
Maybe the way you were dressed had something to do with it.
It's true.
So what are you saying? Are you dismissing the fact that your father put his hands where they shouldn't have been because of the way she was dressed?
You know what?
No.
Elroy.
That's a question. That means you be quiet.
No.
So do you agree with what he did?
No.
Do you feel that if she wears those clothes, any man can touch her because of the clothes she has on?
No.
Okay. Now let me ask you. Do you think that if you wear those type of clothes, that it's unheard of that some fool is going to think they can put their hands on you?
No one has the right
I
to...
didn't ask you that. Because people don't have the right to hit you if you step in front of the crosswalk either, but they do. So question again, do you think that there's a chance if you wear those kind of clothes, some fool might step out of line?
Yeah, if there's an idiot around.
Okay, well, you know what? There's a whole lot of idiots in the world. I'll be back with my resolution. This case is about more than how you dress. I don't need to tell you that. Elroy, you can't fault Tina for her style of dress because you knew from date number one that that's the way she dressed. It wasn't a surprise to you. She never changed it. You know, did you ever try communicating your feelings as to the way that you feel, why you feel the way you feel, and then giving her an opportunity to respond? That might work. You know, Tina, sometimes when we're in relationships, we have to make adjustments for the other person's feelings. Yes, I know you have a right to wear whatever you want to. We all know that. But you know, there's a whole lot of old, lonely women that have been wearing whatever they want to, just because they've been defiant and have not allowed themselves to make some concessions. It doesn't mean you have to give up everything, but sometimes you give up a little bit and gain a lot. So, you know, what I would say to you is just be careful about that compromise. Sometimes the benefits outweigh being able to say I can wear whatever I want to. You know, in a relationship, the feeling of security is necessary. You have to have that. And in this instance, Tina, you didn't give Elroy the feeling of security because you walked around with your butt hanging out or your breast hanging out, and it made him feel insecure. On the other hand, Elroy, you didn't offer her the feeling of security because when your father and fools like him touched any part of her body that was uncovered, you felt as though it was her fault. So both of you are guilty in terms of not making the other feel secure. And what I would say to you is that get together, go through the wardrobe, find a wardrobe you can deal with. And if both of you can live with it together, then that's a good thing. Because you know, dress for success is not just for work, it's also for life. And that's that, the final word.
Next on Singles Court, Sheena's tattling has ruined Haley's relationships.
Sheena called him and told him that he was not the father of my baby.
Secrets, lies, and gossip have made their friendship history.
She did this because she had ulterior motives. She was not a friend of mine. She betrayed me. And she has always wanted Randy for herself. And I know this now for a fact.
Hi, welcome back to Singles Court. I'm David Knight. We're back with two more singles who have a tremendous problem. They've tried elsewhere, but with no one else to help them, they've come here to the right place to be helped with the woman with the final word, Angela Segal.
I tell you, David, I had to give up my belly shirts. I don't know why people just don't understand.
Give up your belly shirts.
I had to give them up.
Okay.
You know, people have to give these things up in life, you know.
All right. I've given up my belly shirts a long time ago. I got to tell you that right now. Meet Haley and Sheena. They used to be best friends until Sheena gave some information to Haley's then-boyfriend that destroyed her friendship, a relationship, and a family. Haley wants justice. Sheena thinks she did the world a favor. I call this the case of, with friends like these.
Well, Haley, sounds like you had to dump your friend. What happened?
Well, this started about 1.5 years ago when I was living with my boyfriend, Randy. We've been together forever. We were high school sweethearts, and Sheena knew this. We were having a rough patch, and he had moved out for a little while, and I was really down. So Sheena, who was supposedly my best friend, we've been friends for like 6 years, and I considered her a sister. She said, let's go out, I'll take your mind off things, we'll get it, you know, we'll just have a good time. So we went out to a bar, and I don't drink, okay, and Sheena encouraged me to have a few drinks.
Not much anyway.
Exactly. But somehow that evening, you encouraged me to just have a few drinks and get loose, and I just
come on,
feel a lot better.
Please tell me you are not going to blame her for you drinking.
I'm not.
Exactly.
No,
You didn't have a gun at your head.
I'm not.
Okay, so let's just skip over that part.
Right.
So you had some drinks.
So I had some drinks, and we ended up going back to these guys' place that she had met, and we were hanging out.
They were friends of mine. I knew who they were.
Anyway, friends of Sheena's. We ended up hanging out, and I was sleeping with one of the guys. I didn't know him very well, and it was a mistake.
Well, you just met him, so of course you
I
didn't
just
know him
met him,
very well.
and it was just a mistake. And
what was Sheena doing while you were getting your groove on?
I have no idea what Sheena was probably getting her groove on too. I have no idea where
That's
she was
okay.
or
I
what
don't
she was
have
doing.
a man.
And I know why. Anyway, so the point of the story is that Randy and I got together a few days after that, and we put things back together, and he moved back in, and I was honest with him. I told him about that night. I told him about everything that had happened.
Did you blame it on Sheena?
I didn't blame it on Sheena. I think Sheena had motives for getting me out that night, and that's why I brought that up. But no, I took full responsibility for it, okay? It was my actions. And Randy forgave me, and he loves me, or he loved me, and it was fine. We were back together, and then I got pregnant.
When?
Well, I found out a few weeks later that I was pregnant, and the problem was...
So somewhere in the mix.
Somewhere in the mix. I wasn't really sure. Randy never asked. He never asked. He was cool with it. We were cool with it. I had my little girl. I had my baby, and...
How long ago?
Just 4 months ago.
Okay.
And I had to know for my own sake, and
well, I think that's fair, don't you? To know?
So I had the test done.
That's fair.
I had the
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I had the test done, and the results came back, and I found out that Randy wasn't the father. And I wasn't quite sure how I was going to tell him. So I called Sheena, who is somebody I've always confided in, always trusted, and I thought I could bounce it off of her. And I called her and I asked her, you know, what the best way she thought to handle this was. And we talked for some time. And we hung up the phone, and before I even had a chance to talk to Randy myself, Sheena called him at work before the phone was even cold and told him that he was not the father of my baby.
She should have told him a long time ago.
No, wait a minute, wait a
Don't
minute.
even, thank you.
Please, tell me that, because usually when somebody talks that long, the other person interrupts and goes, no, that's not true, you haven't said a word. So please tell me that you didn't do that.
I did do that.
So you called him as soon as she finished telling you that.
Yeah, because I felt she should have told him a long time ago. As soon as she knew she was pregnant, she should have told him.
I called you as soon as I knew.
Yeah, and you should have called him too. Is he not your man?
You didn't give me a chance to call him, Sheena. You were on the phone before I could even get off the phone.
Sheena explained.
Why are you calling him on the phone? He's your man. You see him every day. You talk to him, right?
Sheena,
you hear this,
Sheena,
right?
Explain to me your motives. Why would you pick that phone up immediately and call Randy and tell him something as intimate as this? I mean, the situation about he thinks he has a child now, he doesn't. I mean, that's pretty heavy.
I did it because I found out when I was about 18 years old that I was adopted. And that's a hard thing to find out when you're that old. I mean, they lied to me all my life. Why couldn't they tell me the truth? I didn't want the same thing to happen to this baby.
No.
You know, she's going to go up, she's going to grow up, she's not going to know.
Come on now.
You know
what? You know how you stop that? You go adopt your own baby and tell them. See, because that's your life. That's how you fix it.
What about the time you called me? You told me that you were not going to tell him the truth because you wanted him for support payments. And if he found out that's why you wanted him, he would have been out the door. You told me that.
Hey, is that
now
true?
Now tell her.
Is that true? Did you say that?
I can't believe she just said that bold-faced lie to my face.
That's
a lie.
It's
a bold-faced lie. It's not
she
the
just
first
made
time
that
I've heard it, but it's a lie. All right, I'll tell you the real reason Sheena did this. She did this because she had ulterior motives. She was not a friend of mine. She betrayed me. And she has always wanted Randy for herself. And I know this now for a fact. You've always been in love with Randy, and you did what you did just to try and purposefully break us up.
Is that true?
No.
So you don't have any... Because your reasoning to me does not make sense.
Do I need to take somebody else's man?
Sure, people do it every day.
You do. The place. I don't need your man.
Sheena, there is no other reason for you to have done what you did. You know, Randy left me, and I didn't understand it at the time. I saw him 4 weeks ago, and I talked to him about this.
So you haven't talked to him since?
I hadn't talked to him since. And I ran to him, and I asked him what had happened. He told me the same story that Sheena just told. He told me that Sheena said that I wanted him just for support payments for the baby, and had... But what? And that any other reason, he would have stayed with me. The baby was his as far as he was concerned, and he loved me. But when she told him those kinds of lies, it really hurt him, and he left.
But let me just say this. Is Randy 3 years old? Right. Can he not talk? Why would he not have come back to you and discussed that?
He said he was hurt.
He said nothing. You talked to him in the street, so he can talk.
Well, this is sometime after this is all
but you know what? You can't blame the whole thing on her either, okay? He has responsibility as well.
You know, the thing is...
Wait, but no. I want to ask you, Sheena, because your motivation behind this whole thing, what is it that you expected to prove?
I just didn't want him to go through the same pain that I went through. Like, you shouldn't be lying to someone. You knew him since he was your high school sweetheart. You've known each other. That's a big secret.
So what have you done, Sheena? Do you sit at the top of the mountain and now when you turn the lights on, it's daylight? What have you done? What have you proven?
I just want him to know the truth.
Okay, so what is better off because of you saying that? Nothing. Just like the story, it's over. Zero, nothing.
But you know,
I just want to tell my resolution. Goodbye.
I just need to tell you what I said
to Sheena. Friends help friends. Haley, Sheena had no intention of helping you through your hard choices that you'd made. And you know you made mistakes. I think you realize that. But she had no intention of helping you at all. None. And it was obvious because when the rubber hit the road, she was nowhere to be found. You know, I don't have to tell you, she's no friend. Sheena, you're destructive. You're malicious. You knew that nothing good could come out of you telling Randy. Nothing. There was no purpose at all that would have been good. So in doing that, there's no way you could even justify to me today here why you would do that and believe that you were doing the right thing. You knew you weren't doing the right thing. It was nasty. You know, don't play the martyr. Oh, I was so hurt. I didn't want that. It doesn't fit. You know, you don't do a good job of playing and it's not very believable. So I suggest you shelve that role. You know, you don't deserve a loyal friend. And you know why? Because you're never, ever going to reciprocate, ever. So you don't deserve one. You know, the comfort of a lie is only temporary. It was a matter of time before the truth would come to light anyway. But it should have never been at the introduction of your supposed friend. Never. You know, as a best friend, you don't expect them to tell something before you even have an opportunity to do so. You know, all I can say is, when I think of you, I just think you're trifling, low down, and dirty. And those are your good qualities. What I would say goodbye to this friendship, Haley. It's gone. There is no friendship. Say goodbye to it. Try to get back with Randy. Try to patch things up. Raise your daughter to value friendships and the truth, because they go hand in hand. And that's that, the final word.
Well, I guess around some people you have to watch what you wear, and around others you have to watch what you say. Although I'm still thinking about Tina from our first case in those short shorts. Wow. See you next time on Singles Court, the final word for singles.